Hello. I did not want to make this political, but what I'm starting to realize is that I communicated with the state about a lot of different things and nothing was done. So this is where my stalker usually hung out with no problems, no issues. The police would frequent this particular station, and she was able to continuously come and harass me with police presence. We are coming up to my building. The reason why I'm explaining that, the police is there right now. The reason why I'm explaining this is because I didn't want to make it political, but it's apparent that my silence allows for people to get away with illusions. My recent court date, I didn't go into detail. However, because nobody wanted to listen to me, and it's been years, how long does God give us grace before we're supposed to learn? That's what I really want to know. That's a good question, correct? So right here, there was actually like an extension where they pretty much suggested that they would be doing repairs to the building. But the extension of the building, which they took down a couple of months ago, allowed for the abuse to take place from this door on the side. Okay, including a neighbor too. Most neighbors have either been intimidated or paid because Wavecrest and Sagamore Street and 49th Street Police Precinct, all of them, including Bernadette, that's associated with a lot of political stuff, have deep pockets. Okay? We're just pointing this out because they're not responding. If you look, my building says that it's under 24-hour surveillance, right? Mind you, the structure that they had covered also came over this particular pathway. So even when I took the exit to come out this way, her and her little crew, 3 or 4 of them, would be chilling right here, okay? Mocking, calling me bitch, slut, hoe, attacking me. I'm talking about on a daily basis. Daily, okay? Right here, it says, warning, video surveillance, no loitering, correct? That's been up for quite some time, by the way. I've been here 22 years. What happened was that they wanted me out because I don't pay the rent that somebody else that's new would pay. Okay, I'm opening my door. So they decided that I would be an ideal person to attack, but it's also multifaceted because it may even include my family. This right here says 24-hour surveillance. If you look, hi, you'll see the damage to my mailbox and no one else's. I had videos and everything, and they tried and they continued to mess with my mail. They zapped about 3 or 4 of my phones because they knew that I was collecting information for this case. Okay? So they messed up about 3 or 4 of my emails. They didn't want me to communicate with the outside world or get any type of legal representation or get any type of help, because what they did was they allowed this stalker to create a new identity by spreading false rumors, which to me is very similar to spell work. Unfortunately, because I'm around a lot of low conscious beings, this is not disrespectful. This is a perception. Low conscious beings, meaning those that are not aware, okay? They were aware of everything that was going on. However, they are not aware of their internal capability of rising to higher states of consciousness. That's really what I mean. All right, so now this is my hallway. If you notice, there's also a camera here, right? Now, and then there's one here where she successfully broke so that I wouldn't be filmed. This was broken about 2 or 3 years ago, never repaired, even though I had notified the building. As far as my case, They are suggesting that my door was never broken, etc. And you know what's funny is that I purposely sent mail to the courts because I was having difficulty obtaining my mail. And so I decided to really just try to check to see if it was me or what. And guess what? It all came down to them having somebody in the post office that worked with them. Having somebody inside of the apartment buildings, multiple people working for them. And at this point, we're talking about broken door. We're talking about rent, them trying to charge me rent that's not correct. We're talking about allowing abuse, neglect, my human rights. We're talking about HPD and them bringing up multiple housing court cases to drain my energy and to drain my life and to drain me, okay? We're talking about the 49th Street precinct coming, multiple reports from assault to assault, me placing those reports in and nothing being done about it. It was placed in January. Now we're in March and we're about to hit April. And I have gotten no response about the threats and everything. I'm talking about assault 3. And on top of that, the information that they took from my statements don't even equate to really what I presented as far as information for my case when it comes down to the police reports. So somebody's hiding something. They don't want to answer my questions. They don't want to give me information. And they don't want me to be able to obtain a lawyer. And I'm hoping that my phone will work after this because like I mentioned, they are doing everything to keep me quiet about this. And it's not fair. And we all should be held accountable. Why are they allowing this? Okay? We have to ask ourselves. Now, mind you, this is not nothing new. Meaning me, I tried to work with them and I could prove that. This is years of me trying to work with them, me trying to communicate with them, me trying to resolve issues. Okay? Now they're not even showing up to court. Okay? And you got people in the neighborhood clapping. Because when I came back, one of the girls was clapping. Ha, ha, ha. So they know what's going on. How? How? How much grace do we give? And guess what? Who knows a lawyer that's willing to take this case? Because if I don't get any type of response, by the way, identity theft too, right? People been going around working underneath my name, using my name to commit fraud and all of that. What happened to that? Why nobody's investigating that? Okay? And these are reports that was done from 2021. And then there's another one in 2022, 2023, one in 2024. And the police do not follow up. And I've been to their station multiple times. I even had a political person try to get me wrapped up in politics in association with the 49th Street precinct. Everybody's trying to utilize my energy for their benefit, but they are not concerned about my welfare. Now, I have a question for the whole entire world. All right? When should God's grace be removed?